everyone, and welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Daddy, Daughter, Disney Travel Podcast. We're your hosts.
I am Mike Bello-Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Bello-Braddock. And today, we're going to tell you guys how to make your Disney vacation the best it can be.
And we're going to do that by talking about an extension of what we did back in, I think it was episode 71, where we talked about immersive Disney vacations.
This is much better.
That one was about, if you haven't listened to it yet, please do. It was actually quite popular. So that's why we're following up with this one, because it's we've struck a chord. On the immersive one, it's sort of planning your vacation around a Disney tropical or a beach vacation and other things like that. This one, we're going even deeper. And this is something I used to do when I was selling travel to Disney. Character theming your vacation.
Who wouldn't want to do this?
Especially if you have a child or even yourself that really loves a particular character. We've put together some ideas how to do it. So I think we're going to run through 7 character ideas, and then you'll get the idea of how we do it. So feel free to use any one of these for your own vacation or adapt it to a character you love that we didn't talk about. And why don't we start with probably one of the most famous characters of all, certainly at Walt Disney World.
Cinderella.
Cinderella, whose castle is the icon for the entire place. So here's how we're going to do it. Let's say you want to do a Cinderella-themed Walt Disney World vacation. Where should you stay? What should you do? Where should you dine? It doesn't mean everything you do centers around this character, but...
Although if you want to.
With some of them, like Cinderella, you probably could, but... Here's what we're going to say. Let's start with Cinderella, shall we?
Yes.
All right. Well, where should you stay if you want to do a Cinderella-themed Walt Disney World vacation?
Of course, the Grand Floridian, or the Castle Suite if you can get it.
Yeah, well, let's focus on the Grand Floridian. And why the Grand Floridian? Well, Cinderella's castle is the most majestic thing in all of Walt Disney World, and it makes sense to stay in the Grand Floridian Resort if you are doing a Cinderella-themed vacation. But there are more reasons why, which we'll get into. So you're going to stay at the Grand Floridian to feel that royal Cinderella feeling. You can actually see the castle from many rooms in that resort hotel.
Yeah.
Now, what are some things you might want to do on that week of your Cinderella-themed Walt Disney World vacation?
Well, first and foremost, meet Cinderella.
Yes.
Obviously.
Obviously, you must meet Cinderella. And you actually have many ways you can meet Cinderella.
There are a ton of meet and greets, and also there are special meet and greets, too.
So let's start with just meeting Cinderella. The place you're going to do that is Princess Fairy Tale Hall.
Yeah, I think, she's one of the most prominent characters there.
In fact, her shoe is even on display. And I always think that's a I was going to say, I had glass slipper in my head and super, and somehow it came out as silver. I think this is a very cool photo of that glass slipper behind glass.
Is it actually glass?
Yes, it's on display inside Princess Fairy Tale Hall, which is right beside her castle. So she loves having herself and her friends there to meet her.
Yes.
And of course her carousel, her princess carousel, technically.
And also, you can dine at 1900 Park Fair.
Yes, so...
in the Grand Floridian.
Where should you dine? Yes, so one of the first, if you're staying at the Grand Floridian for your Cinderella-themed vacation, at 1900 Park Fair, there is the Happily Ever After dinner, featuring Cinderella herself and Prince Charming. Now, it's not all happy-go-lucky.
Sunshine and rainbows.
Yes. Why is it not sunshine and rainbows?
Because the stepsisters are there.
The stepsisters are there. Lady Tremaine is there. Well... You know, here's the thing. We've done this one a few times.
I think it's really fun.
It is fun, and it's right in the hotel in 1900 Park Fair. Of course, you will meet Cinderella. Prince Charming's there. They dance. It's a really nice picture, and then you can get up and dance, sometimes with them. And then sometimes, they do change it up a bit, so you're always going to meet Cinderella there. It's her party. But sometimes... Lady Tremaine is there, the stepsister. Sometimes the fairy godmother is there as well.
Sometimes they all want to crash the party at once.
So will good or evil dominate at your dinner? I don't know. You'll have to let us know. But it's a great one to do. But it is not, of course, the only dining experience where you can meet Cinderella. There is the most classic one of all, Cinderella's Royal Table.
This is very expensive.
It's very to moderately to very expensive.
As I've recently learned by doing a school project.
Yes, Amelia's planning Disney trips as a school project. But When you book at Cinderella's Royal Table, we've talked about it on past episodes, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we love them all. You will meet Cinderella herself and get a great photo op inside her castle, which I think is very cool and very special. And then 4 other of her princess friends will be up while you're reading. But you meet her first. It is her house,
She greets you.
Yes.
You get to walk up the cool steps, feel like you are Cinderella.
I really like it there. I think Cinderella's Royal Table is very cool.
I have to tell you, as a little girl, I can assure you I loved it there.
Yes, and even little princes. They have stuff for little princes as well. So
I can't speak to that.
No, but they do. And then another thing for your Cinderella-themed Walt Disney World vacation that I would recommend is the 5
Cinderella secrets.
And I don't know if we're going to tell them all today, but I do have, I'll put it in the show notes. I'll put a link to it. There are 5 Cinderella secrets located in and around the castle. So if you're doing a Cinderella-themed vacation, it's a really fun thing to do this little sort of treasure hunt to find all 5 of them and take pictures of all 5 of them.
You could even make a map for your children.
Yes, and one of them is very, very challenging.
Have you found it?
Of course we found them all.
Are you sure? Have you? I found it.
Oh, have I? Well, I found it for you. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
A couple of times, actually. All right, so for your Cinderella-themed vacation, stay at the Grand Floridian, go to Cinderella's Royal Table, meet Cinderella at any of these locations, 1900 Park Fair for dining, and do the 5 Cinderella secrets. So that's sort of how to bring a Cinderella theme to your vacation if you have a Cinderella fan in your party. Now let's change it up next and go to another fun character. Mickey Mouse and Friends.
The classic.
Now, this is the one we thought about where to stay, and Amelia and I both agreed where you should stay for a Mickey Mouse or Mickey and Friends themed.
As they haven't yet created a Mickey Mouse resort, we're still waiting, Disney. We're all waiting. So, for now, we have to settle for the Contemporary, which I think is a pretty good match.
I do too. Disney's Contemporary Resort. There's a number of reasons why. First of all, on the grounds there is a amazing Mickey, that metal statue outside by the way to the pools by the dock. It's a great shot for photo ops, so Mickey is on full display there. But not only that, he has a lot more in that hotel.
Oh, does he now?
Oh, yes, he does. In fact, one of the stores is Fantasia, a classic Mickey film. And of course,
Chef Mickey's.
Chef Mickey's. So
everyone's favorite brunch dining.
Whatever,
character.
Yeah, no matter what it morphs into.
Character
dining of any, character experience. Stay at the Contemporary and dine at Chef Mickey's. But I would say,
so good.
I would say there's another place to dine as well that I'm going to recommend. You could do both, or you could do one or the other. Chef Mickey's will be very convenient when you're staying at the Contemporary, Disney's Contemporary Resort, but also Cape May at the Beach Club.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really fun one, too.
I can see that.
Mickey Clubhouse friends.
Clubhouse.
And then, of course, you're going to want to meet Mickey. So
of course.
You will meet him at one of these breakfasts, maybe depending on how these things come out with COVID, etc. Yeah. But when character greetings come back,
there are a few different spots in and around the parks you can meet Mickey.
Yes, for when these come back. So we'll see. Yeah. But assuming things come back to normal, we will find him in Town Square Theater once again in the Magic Kingdom, which I think is a really good spot.
He's a very prominent guest.
Yes, he's a very prominent guest. He's also been known to appear at Epcot.
Sometimes at Animal Kingdom.
Hollywood Studios.
Who knows?
Yes, at Animal Kingdom, you can meet Mickey in his safari gear.
Mickey has many different outfits.
He's in his sort of Sorcerer's Apprentice gear at Hollywood Studios. At Epcot, what's he dressed in at Epcot?
Maybe you make it a game to try and catch Mickey in all of his different outfits.
Yes, that's a great idea for Mickey. Very good idea for your Mickey-themed vacation. Yeah, you get photos with Mickey in his many, many different outfits. And if it's a holiday time, you may even score another one. And of course, if you're going on a Mickey-themed vacation, there is now an attraction that you can ride. Finally.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yes. You can always go to Mickey's PhilharMagic as well.
But if you're a kid, you might get bored. Personal experience.
Oh, do I miss the good old one.
Really?
Yes. But anyway, I digress. So a Mickey-themed vacation, you can have a lot of fun, but I definitely recommend staying at Disney's Contemporary Resort, dining at Chef Mickey's, and then some of these other ideas, and come up with ideas of your own. There's lots you can do with Mickey-themed vacations. and desserts and all sorts of things. Mickey-shaped food. I mean, you can really
Yeah.
go crazy on a Mickey one.
And maybe there's some more missing Mickey ears. Who knows?
Let's change it up now with a character who I know Amelia really loved as a kid. And really,
Poppins.
Mary Poppins, and she deserves more prominence.
Yeah, why is she not getting a whole hotel to herself?
Yeah, well, she sort of did. Where should we stay?
The Grand Villas.
And why should we stay at the Grand Floridian Villas?
Because there's a giant fountain.
Yes, when you walk into the Grand Floridian Villas, first of all, it's white and elegant and same as her dress and everything.
She deserves more than a villa.
But in the lobby of the Grand Floridian Villas, there's a fountain inside that is the centerpiece, and it is a Mary Poppins-themed fountain with the penguins splashing in the water. So definitely stay at the Grand Floridian Villas, and if you've never stayed at a villa before, definitely do it. And these are good ones to stay in.
That's true.
So
as
stay
far
at the
as villas
Grand,
go.
yeah, stay at the Grand Floridian Villas. Now, dining Mary Poppins style, I'm going to send you over to Epcot.
Yeah. The thing is with Mary Poppins, there's a little bit of her everywhere you go.
Yeah, a little bit of magic all across the kingdom. So, the Rose and Crown in the UK Pavilion. Obviously, you've got to dine there if you're meeting Mary Poppins.
Of course.
If you're doing, well, if you're meeting Mary Poppins, yes, because her meet and greet is right across the street.
I think you meant to say what you meant to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking ahead. My mind's moving so fast at Poppins speed. But yes, so get that UK feel for Mary Poppins at the Rose and Crown, and then right across the street, you can meet Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Now, the thing about Mary Poppins is she's shown up at other places. Sometimes we've randomly run into her at the Magic Kingdom.
She's like a pop-up meet and greet.
She is a Poppins. Yes, a Poppins pop-up.
See what I did there? Poppins.
Yeah, I do. See, I like it. And of course, in the Magic Kingdom, you may want to go look at Mary Poppins' dress. If it's usually, it is on display in the little shop by the Rose Garden when you exit the Town Square Theater.
Very beautiful.
But you can also go into it without having to meet Mickey. So when you go through the front gates of the Magic Kingdom, go in on the right side, and after you go through the tunnel, the first right will take you into that shop.
And did you know Mary Poppins was a novel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, interesting. Have you read it?
No.
Maybe you add that to your list. Now, dining, that's not the only place. The Rose and Crown will give you that Poppins feel from an England perspective, a UK perspective, but she can be found at a character dining as well.
The Supercalifragilistic Breakfast.
At 1900 Park Fair, again.
It's the place of dreams. Who would not want to dine there? It's everyone's favorite restaurant.
And it will be convenient if you're staying in the Grand Floridian Villas because, of course, it is in the Grand Floridian main hotel.
Although you will have to walk
150 feet.
Yeah,
Poor Amelia
I know.
misses her stroller days, I think, sometimes.
And also, my extra bonus for the Poppins adventure, if you want to feel like Mary Poppins, Soren.
Yes, when Amelia was younger and riding Soren, she would hold her right hand up with
an umbrella?
An imaginary umbrella, and pretend she was soaring over the countryside, as Poppins has been known to do.
I'm telling you, it's the Mary Poppins feel, you know?
So, yeah, if you're staying in the Grand Floridian Villas, 1900 Park Fair, we talked about it. The dinner is Cinderella themed, and the breakfast is Supercalifragilistic Breakfast. But it's not only Mary Poppins.
No.
There's the Mad Hatter and Alice and Tigger
Poppins and Friends.
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, but Poppins is your celebrity host for that one. So definitely a Mary Poppins theme can be lots of fun.
Yes.
All right, now let's go to one that,
I think this one has the most stuff you can do.
I do too. You can really have fun with this theme.
The pirate theme.
The pirate theme. And the pirate theme could be Jake and the Neverland Pirates. It could be Pirates of the Caribbean. It could be... what else?
Random Pirates of the Ocean.
Random Pirates of the Ocean. It could be Peter Pan, Mr. Smee and his crew, and of course the most famous pirate of all.
Technically Jake and the Neverland Pirates is also Captain Hook.
I guess you're right. It is. It's a play on that. So here's one where I'm going to switch it up a bit. No, we're not always pushing deluxe resorts, although we do love them. For this one, there is a very specific and special place. If you want to do a pirate-themed Walt Disney World vacation, you must get the Pirate Room at the Caribbean Beach Resort. Yes, they do have their own decorated and themed room.
That I find very cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of themed rooms. And
I wouldn't want to stay in that because that would creep me out.
What, a pirate theme?
Yeah, no.
You're a general pirate lover. When you were younger, you used to like Izzy a lot.
I like
Jake.
Izzy.
Yeah, from Jake and the Neverland Pirates. And of course, if you're going to do this, you're going to ride Pirates of the Caribbean.
Of course.
But there's a lot of stuff, as Amelia was saying earlier, in Adventureland in particular.
Yes.
So there is the Pirate Adventure in the Magic Kingdom, which is sort of like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, assuming it'll still be running. It's a little treasure hunt around Adventureland, pirate themed. So definitely do that. Of course, you're going to dress up in pirate gear if you have a pirate lover.
And you can do that especially with face paintings.
Yes, right across. They often do your pirate face painting there.
And I also have a bonus experience. That's not really a pirate experience, but you can make it a pirate experience.
Okay, what is it?
If you go on Tom Sawyer Island, you can take the raft and pretend you're on a pirate voyage. And then you can go to like those little shooter things and pretend that you're on a ship shooting the opposite ship that is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yes, so there is lots to do for pirate theme. There's more. You know what I really love? The Pirate Adventure Cruise.
Yes.
So it often went from the Grand Floridian. If it doesn't, it still goes from the Yacht and Beach Club. Of course, there's one at the Caribbean Beach Resort. The Pirate Adventure Cruise is you go out on a little boat. The kids go out. I think it's up to age 12. I'm not sure. And then you hunt for treasure. So it's a little boat cruise around with some treats and things. Lots of fun. And there is also a great pirate-themed dining experience, which many of these will come back,
as all
I'm
good
sure.
theming vacations have.
And it is known as Captain Hook's Pirate Crew Pirate Feast. And that's at the Beach Club Resort.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you could stay at the Beach Club, but come on, a pirate room. If you're doing a pirate-themed vacation,
You got to get the room.
you got to get the room at Caribbean Beach.
So you stay. So you come into your imagination.
So pirate theme, you're right. There's tons of stuff you can do. You can have a lot of fun with a pirate theme. Now, let's get a little softer with this next theme.
But still under the sea.
Under
See
the
what I did there?
sea. Yes, I do. The Little Mermaid or Princess Ariel theme. And this one is another one with a themed room. So while you could say you want to stay at the Beach Club because it's Princess Ariel and beachy, I would highly recommend the Little Mermaid room and suite, really, at the Art of Animation.
This never happened. You're recommending?
I'm recommending because, you know what? These are themed vacations. So if you want an immersive, themed Little Mermaid Princess Ariel vacation, you must stay in the Little Mermaid room at Art of Animation. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I've just never seen you recommending a non-luxury resort before.
Well, you know what? If you're going to do the theme, you're going to do it right. So
It's
I'm
the first time for everything, folks.
not blind to doing things properly. And meeting Ariel. Now, meeting Ariel, of course, you want to do that. There's a couple of places you can meet her.
I like meeting her at her grotto.
Yes, that is my favorite as
It's
well.
a themed experience.
Yeah, and it's
Go
separate.
big or go home.
So inside the Magic Kingdom in Fantasyland, there's Under the Sea, the ride, and right next to it is the meet and greet for Princess Ariel. And you go in through the caves in the grotto. It's a really cool meet and greet if you haven't done it before. So you must obviously meet Ariel there, no question, if you're going to do that.
And I like to think of it as the ride is it's you going through her story, and then you get to guest star at the end of the movie by meeting her yourself.
And she has 2 rides for the moment before they close the other one.
Yes, she does.
There's been rumors about it. I know, and it is still one of my ultimate favorites in Disney's Hollywood Studios.
That's not a ride, that's a show.
Okay, an attraction. I love that one.
If they close it, I'm protesting.
Yes, you must go to Hollywood Studios at Princess Ariel, Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
You know, that's rich for someone who doesn't want to see it twice a week when we go.
You know, it's great because I love how she changes from a mermaid to a real person right in front of your eyes. And
the
it is
vocals.
a real Ariel. Yeah.
Chef's
and the
kiss.
singing, it's amazing. It's really cool. I really love that theater. So obviously, if you're doing
I recommend
a Little
watching
Mermaid,
it 2 to 3 times a week.
you must be.
Whatever.
What, the movie or the attraction?
Not the attraction.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Get the movie. This is the real Little Mermaid.
And in case you're wondering, I have a great dining recommendation for this one.
Of course.
And I think one of your friends, I think I remember hearing, and she listens to the show. I think we were told this was one of her favorite restaurants. Is it true? At Walt Disney World.
There are many restaurants at Walt Disney World.
And I am talking about the Coral Reef restaurant in Epcot. So it's the one in the seas where you sit down and there's the whole aquarium of sea life right next to you.
It's the one where in old TV shows, 1 second they'll be at the Magic Kingdom and the next minute they're sitting in this restaurant.
Yeah, so if you are doing a Little Mermaid theme, dine at the Coral Reef because you are under the sea.
It's true.
So Little Mermaid is a great theme to do. Let's take a step back now for our next character themed, and let's just go with princess theme. Let's say you don't want to focus on just Ariel or just Cinderella.
You could still incorporate some of these into this specific princess adventure.
Exactly. But this one, again, comes with its own recommended themed room.
Port Orleans Riverside.
The Royal Room. It's called the Royal Room, and it is multiple princess themed. So this is a moderate resort, very elegant rooms.
Although, again, if you can snag the castle suite, I wouldn't give it up for this.
Oh, we've tried. Obviously, you're going to need some celebrity status for that. So if you want to do just a general Disney princess theme, your world will really open up. But yeah, Port Orleans, the Royal Room, must do. Totally immersive, really, really cool. And then for dining, you've got a couple of choices, really. Of course, you have Cinderella's Royal Table. And then you also have in Epcot, Amelia's favorite princess dining experience, Akershus in Norway.
Yeah, totally recommended.
No, we don't personally love that one. I know a lot of people do like it, but...
Really?
It is an option to see multiple princesses in dining, and plus Anna and Elsa are right across the street there in Norway.
But if you want a multiple princess dining experience, try Cinderella's Royal Table.
Yeah, I
or any
highly
other
recommend
multiple
it.
princess dining experience.
And there are so many, if you're doing princess experience, you have so many options to meet princesses. It's not funny. Or it is funny. I mean, you've got Princess Fairy Tale Hall. You've got the Ariel Grotto. If you're going to be in Epcot, not only Anna and Elsa, all the way around World Showcase. You've got Mulan. You've got...
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas is in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about World Showcase.
Oh.
Then you also have Snow White. Then you have Belle. So there's lots of them in their countries.
Everyone.
Yeah. You can meet a lot of them right in Epcot. And then Moana was... Oh, of course.
Is she technically a princess?
Brave. Princess Merida is in the garden in the Magic Kingdom. I don't know, but Moana is definitely meetable if you want to add her into your princess experience. And for this one, I mean, you can do this again for many, but I would highly recommend Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Yes.
Get dressed up as your favorite princess.
I think every person should have the opportunity to go to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, Shade Throne.
You can we'll still get you in there. I can't believe we never... Can you believe this?
Yes, I can.
Amelia never did Bibbidi Bobbidi because you always dressed up in your own Disney parks, expensive dresses and garb. And I don't know, we always thought you wouldn't be patient getting makeup done because when you were younger, ironically, even though you danced, you were in all these dance competitions, you used to hate putting on the makeup.
Yes.
And well, that's what Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is.
Yes, but it's experienced professionals making me look like a princess.
So I think Mommy thought, oh, she's not going to go for this.
And also, if you want a Disney princess vacation, you have to visit many of the kingdoms, including the Kingdom of Corona.
Yes, and there's a very fun,
It's everyone's favorite word right now.
And we talked about the pirate treasure hunt for pirates, but in Corona, the Kingdom of Corona, there's a great princess-themed little treasure hunt you can do on your own.
You can say hi to Pascal.
The hidden Pascals of Corona Kingdom. So in the Magic Kingdom, where you'll see Rapunzel's tower, there's a washroom area, really, but it's so beautifully done. Right beside It's a Small World. Lots of seating there, too, which we've talked about in the past. Great spot to get a break or eat your lunch if you brought your own. But keep an eye out because these Pascal, little Pascal size, they fit in your palm of your hand. There's at least 7 of them that we found.
Very hard to spot.
They're all over the place.
Well, some of them.
Yeah.
Hard.
So I'll post one this week as part of this, but definitely make that part of your princess adventure. And then for our last one, that's 6 of them.
Well, some of us have a few bonuses.
Okay, so for the last one I have here, 7th one, again, I'm trying to do different things. This one is more a general theme, a Lion King theme.
You could also go for the general animal theme, too, and make it a safari.
You could, but for the Lion King theme, of course... Again, surprise, surprise. Art of Animation has a Lion King suite.
Yeah, what are all these suites, and why do we rarely stay in them?
I would recommend because we do love deluxe resorts, and that's
Fair
that's why I'm hedging on this. If you're someone who loves deluxe, first of all, the Lion King suite at Art of Animation is very cool. So, if you have a bigger family or you like value resorts, definitely check that one out. But if you want to upscale your trip, where are you going to stay? Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Of course.
I don't recommend it a lot for a lot of reasons, but
it's nicely themed.
yeah, and if
I'll
you
give it that.
and if you do want to do a Lion King theme or something like that, it's a great spot to stay. And while you're at it, if you're there, dine at Boma. It's a great spot to dine.
Not to be confused with boba.
Yeah, not to be confused with Boba, Mr. Fett, or Boba the drinks. But yeah, a dine at Boma. And then, of course, you must go to see
Festival of the Lion King.
What a great show, and perfect for your Lion King themed Disney vacation. And then I say the Wild Africa Trek for a special. Of course, you can just go on Kilimanjaro Safari, but if you want to really up your stay and make it special, do the Wild Africa Trek. We talked about that. And you can meet characters. Rafiki.
Of course.
Rafiki's the one we see the most. But there are lots of Lion King opportunities as well. So get creative with these things. These are 7. Now, do you want to talk about which of these is your favorite before you do your own?
Yeah. I think probably Cinderella because it's the most grand experience. It's the most, well, I don't want to say the most me, but no, I'm going to say it's the most me. I'm very grand. I'm very extra, which is why the Cinderella experience is perfect for me.
Yeah, I would probably do Cinderella, Mickey, or Poppins.
Yeah.
Because I love deluxe resorts.
And you do not want to stay anywhere else.
Well, I just can't give up a week staying somewhere than a deluxe.
Especially now.
But I do think those rooms are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Those the Port Orleans room as well. The Royal room, very, very cool.
And I know we're also saying, the value resorts, but it is a Disney resort. It's not like...
And Art of Animation's quite nice. I mean, it's all suites, and it's a really nice value resort. So
it's not like a random motel.
So there are 7 really cool themed ideas. Yes. You can run with one of these or make up your own. As now, Amelia, before we close out this episode, what is your secret edition?
Well, you can't fully do this yet because it's not open, but when the Star Wars Hotel opens...
Oh, how did I miss this?
Now that's a theme. And you can go on Rise of Resistance, and you can go to Galaxy's Edge, and on Smuggler's Run. Now that is
Star
a full
Tours,
themed
there
vacation.
are so many Star Wars meeting experiences.
Exactly.
Excellent addition.
Of course.
The Galactic Star Cruiser, I believe it's called. 2-night experience launching in 2022.
It's not
and
that
I'm
far
gonna
away.
Do my best to be one of the first people to snag tickets for that, baby. Yes, a Star Wars theme. Well, you know what? You could do let me ask you this. Let's say you wanted to do a Star Wars theme now. Where are you going to stay?
Ooh, I don't know. I might say contemporary.
That's what I was going to say.
Just because it's the most... I don't know why.
You know why? It was originally part of Tomorrowland. Like it's next to Tomorrowland for a reason because it was sort of futuristic when it was built, and Walt always saw it as Tomorrowland-ish. So given your choices of resorts currently...
Yeah, I would say contemporary.
I would say the contemporary is the closest.
If you're going deluxe resorts.
Well, I can't think of any other one that would even fit.
Off the top of my head, but...
Like, none of the other ones would really fit. None of the values or moderates, really. They're just not Star Warsy. But the contemporary at least has that futuristic feel. It's within sight of Space Mountain, Tomorrowland.
But soon you won't have to worry.
Soon you will have the Star Cruiser, which is going to be a bit pricey. I think it's $1,700 or $2,000 or something.
Oh, that's a lot.
Anyway. But if you want to do an immersive Star Wars vacation...
And, I mean, there's always the Pixar vacation, which is a lot more prominent in California, but it's there.
Yep,
there's a whole Toy Story Land.
Yep, and there is some of the value resorts are perfecto for that as well. All right, everyone, we hope you enjoyed this, and I'd love to hear if you've done themed vacation or if you want to do one of these, reach out to us. We'll, of course, put more information in the show notes, as we always do.
Yes.
And, have fun planning your next Walt Disney World vacation. It's always fun to plan, but when you add a theme overlay, it's even more. All right, check us out on social media at 1923 Main Street, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a magical day, everyone.
Bye-bye.